Hey guys, it's Sergeant Frank with my good friend Charles here at Daddy's Gun Shop, and we talked about the difference between the 6.5 Creedmore and the 300 blackout, and we weren't able at that short video to get into depth about the difference between these two things and why they are the way they are. And Charles is going to explain to you the spec book, which is this. What do you call it?
It's a reloading manual.
A reloading manual, and this is how people decide, or the manufacturer, to make it safe for anybody that pulls the trigger on a gun so that something bad doesn't happen, right?
What this book is a reloading manual. This is the Bible of us reloaders. If you aren't a reloader, it's a shame. Because the most expensive part of your weapon, or your round, is that piece of brass that you throw away after you shoot. And I'm glad you do, because I pick it up. I am very happy you do. I have a couple of my friends that reload, and one of them is doing the 6.5. And if any of you have any 4.58 SOCOM rounds out there that you've shot and you don't want, call Frank. He'll deliver them to me, and I'll send much love to y'all. But anyway, that's the most expensive part. Let me grab a box of bullets right here.
So while he's doing that, any of these questions can be answered if you call Daddy's Gun Shop between the hours of 8 and 6, Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday.
What I do when I reload is I will put a new primer in, I'll put the correct powder in, and then I will put, say, 223, I'll put a slug in like this. These slugs are all designed differently. Some are designed to fast expand on something like a varmint. Some of them are designed to kill deer. It's just what you want to do. But anyway, this is the Bible. You can take a 30-06 round, we'll say, and neck it down to 17, and people have done it. 17 caliber, which is a tiny, tiny bullet. It doesn't work well. But they can do it. It is called wildcatting. Wildcatting is kind of like, if you will, the garage mechanics that like to play with cars. Well, there's guys that like to play with ammunition. And they can do anything they want because it's their gun, they're shooting it. But once a gun has been accepted into the SAAMI specs, and it'll appear in this book, and it's a sportsman's military kind of agreement that once this round has been discovered or actually put in this book, it can never go a higher pressure than it is the day it's done. If you will, a cartridge dies the day it becomes in this book. The 30-06, which was actually, it's not 06. That's when it was adopted. The most of the pre was a 30-03, and previous to that, we were in the 8mm and all that stuff. It was designed, but if you will, the technology of the 30-06 stopped in 06.
Wow.
When it was accepted by the military and sportsmen's. And that's kind of an agreement. And what that allows you to do is take a 30-06 round here and shoot it in your rifle that was made in World War II and be safe. So once this whole thing has been put in that book, that cartridge officially dies for any further development of it. These two that we're talking about is the 300 blackout and the 6.5 Creedmore. A lot of questions on these two. Both good rounds. I'll show you like I did in the last one. Most every cartridge out there, because people can't afford to do the research necessary. I'm sorry, we're in a building right now at Daddy's Gun Shop, and we have customers coming in and out. But I'll just show you how they came up with this. This is a 30 caliber round. This is the 300 blackout, and this is a 223, also known as the AR bullet. Excuse me. If you notice, they cut the brass off right about there, right? And then opened it up and put a 30 caliber slug on it. I don't know if you can make that out. I hope you can. Fairly new invention. What is nice is you can now take a rifle that'll handle this, meaning an AR-15, and shoot a 30 caliber round through it. You can do the same thing. It was pretty much meant to duplicate the 7.62 39 or SKS AK-47 round It is terrific if you buy a silencer. They're very, very good for doing subsonic. It's a lot of knockdown power and a fairly efficient cartridge. The 6.5 Creedmore is a fairly late comer. I've got the book. It tells me when it was. It was a couple years ago they started on it. And, excuse me, they came up with this. Now this will use an AR-10 platform, not the AR-15 platform that most people are familiar with. It shoots about I think this is a 140 grain. Nope, 125 grain. The bullet is designed to fly through the air. Beats your bullet coefficient, and you'll find all that stuff in here in this book, is very good, but it really kicks in at about 400 yards. It's an excellent cartridge, and everybody's, because it's a new cartridge, they're loading it. The 6.5, you can take a stock rifle and buy almost any ammunition you want, and it'll shoot well. I started reloading, boy, back before you were born. Were you born in the 60s?
Yes.
Oh, barely when he was a toddler, if you can believe that. And I did it mainly because of the ability to buy ammunition was so hard in the 60s, particularly after the 68 Gun Act.
Right.
That I started reloading it, and some of this stuff I still have from the 60s, if you can believe that. Comments to yourself, folks. Anyway, new round, new cartridge. It came from, I think, the 30 TC, which was a specialty cartridge made by Thompson Center. They necked it down to 6.5. That's a long action rifle. If you're watching this, you probably know the difference. The action is here, and it's the distance the bolt has to travel to cycle a new round. That's a long action. This is a short action, much shorter distance to go. If you're going to build one of these 6.5 in an AR platform, you need the A10, which was originally designed for the 308. If you don't reload, this is a good cartridge to have because it's fairly new. It's as good as it's going to get. The next one will come along, will be faster, neater, cooler, but it's a really good cartridge. It's kind of forgiving in that with a 125 grain bullet, you're not getting a lot of recoil. You're getting a pretty substantial knockdown. I saw a lot of these people who hunt deer. This baby right here, this 300 blackout, will fit in an AR platform, a AR-15 platform, your standard black gun, as they call it, the evil gun. You've heard of that one, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They're evil. We got a rack of them here, and they just jump out and bite people all the time. And it gives you a 30 caliber bullet, which gives you a better knockdown. This and this are worlds apart on distance, meaning this is probably a good efficient gun to about 150 yards. Experts will tell you, oh, you know, I've shot out 300 yards. Yeah, okay, fine, I get it. You know, you can shoot out to 300 yards. Yeah, okay. This will actually run out to 1,000 without much trouble. So you're getting a minimum use of brass, a minimum use of powder, and getting the maximum results from them. I've read the Hornady's book about it, and they said it's probably one of the most efficient guns out there.
Awesome. And just to interrupt you real quickly, when he talks about the AR platforms for these particular models, you have to make sure that that gun, that AR gun, is chambered for that particular round. So when he says built on a 308 platform or A10 platform, you have to make sure that that particular AR gun is chambered for that particular round. Don't be misunderstanding what he's saying. I think some people that don't have a lot of gun information around them may take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
On the barrel itself, it should say the caliber, right?
Yes, it should.
It should.
Yeah.
And if you have questions about that, any of your gun
Ask.
experts will definitely be able to tell you whichever gun that you're buying. When you buy it at a store, that's why it's so important to come to a real FFL gun store, because you want to make sure you're putting the right rounds in the right chambered gun, because if you don't, catastrophes could happen.
We will make a movie, or we'll make a video for Facebook for you guys. That is a bag I have of what I call stupid human tricks. Stupid human tricks. And what happens when you put the wrong round in the gun? Like this one.
Bad.
That's bad.
Bad things happen.
They,
and not just to the gun, but the poor soul holding it.
Yeah. If you don't understand reloading, then leave it alone. You're baking a cake with an explosive, okay? You're cooking up something. Trust me, when I reload, that's the only time everybody leaves me alone. I don't want my phone. I don't want anything but what I'm doing right here. If you want to learn about it, then we'll do a video on it. I don't have a problem doing that. If you'd like one, please ask. If you thought you'd like to try it, you know what I mean? Do I save money? No. Oh, heck no, I don't save money reloading. No. But I load for 40 calibers or so. I load because, you know Grandpa's old shotgun? Yeah, I want to shoot it. I want to shoot my dad's old rifle. They haven't made ammo for a 30 Remington since about 1960. And I've got a couple hundred rounds at home. Because
Awesome.
I can make them. Some of the oddball cartridges, I want, you know, I take this out and it's kind of something to celebrate. Hey, I remember when Dad bought this rifle and how cool it was. So it gives me a chance to experience.
Right after we got one of them car things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That horseless carriage, right?
and then indoor plumbing.
Whoa!
Yay!
And I'm not going to even start that. But if you really want to really kind of understand reloading, I mean, what a weapon will do. If you can pick up one of these books, take a look through it. It's amazing. How that round came to be. The 6.5, like I say, is fairly new. The 300 Blackout's fairly new. What's good about the 300 Blackout is it fits in an AR platform, and you can make your own brass out of 223 rounds. That's why it was designed that way. The 6.5, like I said, that's a 30 TC. Very hard brass to get a hold of, but fortunately the ammo's about everywhere.
And anything in these videos that you don't understand, please send me a comment and we'll explain to you, or we'll come and answer it on your messenger on Facebook. Friend us on Facebook at Adopt a Cop USA official site, or Sergeant Frank, Adopt a Cop USA, or Daddy's Gun Shop, and we will get your answers for those questions.
Try to get you answers. A good friend of mine, Sergeant Major from the military, wanted me to try a shotgun out against the shotgun that I own. That broke my heart because the one he was talking about is far superior. And I like the one I have, but that one was better, and it was on an AR type style, or a semi-automatic assault if you want, shotgun.
Right.
I carried one for many years because I was in law enforcement. I carried all kinds of stuff, and I hate to say it, Rock Island got it right. Rock Island, that hurts.
There's a lot of great manufacturers out there that people don't understand. There are different strengths and weaknesses in different calibers and whatnot. So talk to the experts, get the information.
I'm no expert, by the way, but I can read.
At least it'll get you further, down the road. And again, if you ever have a question, talk to a licensed gun shop with licensed personnel to give you the best bang for your buck and make it safe for you and your family that are shooting for whatever the reason. So this is Sergeant Frank, my good friend Charles here at Daddy's Gun Shop. Send us any more questions and we'll be out there to help you make your safe and best choices.
Maybe we will do a reloading.
I think we are going to do a reload. We're going to go down to the lair, the Charles lair, and actually see him do a reload of maybe one of these particular rounds or one of those from his dad's gun. You know, back in those days when you had the rod.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. I know I'm old and I'm ugly, but yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. See you guys on the next video.